Hello! It's me, CoCo Conya, Cabaret reporter to the stars and everyone around the world who loves me. Welcome to CCTV episode Thailand. Now, I know you've been looking at some of the video footage that I've done around Thailand, trying to find out why people love to come to Thailand so much. And the person that's made it possible here to me to visit this lovely, lovely place that I'm at right now is the lovely Richard Taylor. Now, some of you may not know Richard Taylor, but some of you will know him very, very, very well from the saunas. Not really, no. He was a DJ, still is a DJ, as a DJ and out here an event organiser at the Ban Sway Hotel where you were performing the other night with a few acts, wasn't you?
Indeed, yeah.
The lovely Madam Jim was one of the acts there, Madam Jim. The lovely what's her name?
Lolo.
Lolo, not Lola, Lolo. And there was another one, what was the name?
Oh, Keith George.
Keith George, you know, the Boy George experiment. Can I ask a question, you know, because I know that you're friends with him as well. Has he been here for anything in particular? Has he had any work done?
What, like a house build, you mean?
No, I mean work, you know, like, you know, facial work done. Because there's a rumour going around that he's had his eyes done.
Well, I could tell the truth.
Yes.
Or...
Well, I think you should tell the truth because, you know, if anyone's going to know, I will know.
Well, indeed.
You know, because, you know...
So it's a rhetorical question, really.
Well, you know, if anyone's going to know the truth, I would know. So, I mean, if he's had his eyes done, I would know about it, wouldn't I? I mean, people start rumours. They really do. So if anyone was going to look different, I'm sure I would as well. Fucking lying shites. Anyway, Richard used to DJ in the south, on the south coast.
Yes.
He used to work. We met many years ago. It wasn't in a pub or a club. It was at a VD clinic we met at. Do you remember that time?
I do.
What was it you had?
Chlamydia.
Was it chlamydia? Yeah. Really?
Well, that's what I told everybody.
Is that what you told everybody? It wasn't anything more serious, was it? No.
No.
But anyway, tell everybody, Richard, how long you were DJing for on the south coast?
On and off, about 20 years, I think. Yeah.
20 whole years.
In various places, yeah.
And I'm sure you've been around longer than some of the acts that were on that scene.
Yeah. Yes,
and some of the acts are still going, I suppose, are they?
Some of them are dead, but some of them are still going, yeah.
Some of them are dead. Does some of them ever die on their arse?
Oh, yes. Yes. I could name names, but there was one in particular that really did not do it for me, really.
She died on her arse. Did she die on her arse with the audience, or was it in general? Was it a one-off?
No. I think she's generally on her arse. She's either on her arse or it's in the air, one of the two. But
really?
Yes,
all right. Okay.
But I couldn't possibly say her name.
Right. So because you DJ'd in some of the finest venues. What would you say is one of your favourite venues that you've ever worked at?
I loved working at the Stag in Victoria.
Oh, the Stag in Victoria with that act, Bet Rince.
The lovely Kev, Bet Rince.
Bet Rince, who's very close to a certain person who writes for QX.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't want to know. That's very last year for me, just bringing you up to date. I don't know if you've seen any of the previous episodes.
I have.
You have, great. So, okay. Anyway, so you loved working at the Stag. And what was it about the Stag that, you know, set it apart from all the other venues that you worked at?
The people were lovely.
Just the
people were lovely. I had no body telling me what to play. I was allowed to play what I wanted, which was mainly funky house. That was with my DJ Storm head on. And yeah, it was a great crowd. Used to do Friday nights there, and then I took over from another DJ and did Sundays as well for the Cabaret. That's when I met Bet. And many other acts as well. Many other acts.
And so I think that in those days, it was Bet Rince on a Sunday, and she had guest artists.
Bet Rince hosted. And
was it two that she had? Two acts?
No, sometimes two, but more often than not, it was just Bet who'd warm the crowd up. They were already warm anyway, I hasten to add. and then she'd bring on her guest artist.
Right. So that
perform
was
with
it.
her.
And how long did you end up doing that for?
I was at the Stag for about 2 years before I was whisked off to Afghanistan for 6 months.
Oh, right. Because as well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you watching, Richard is, or was in, the Royal Navy.
I was.
He was there, and he's retired now, and now we're obviously live from his house here in Thailand, where he's retired to. But still keeps his, his hand in and helping out on the events here in Thailand. So that's your favourite venue. What would you say the worst venue was?
Well, it's gone now. Well, I can't really say what it was. I don't think I had a worse venue. And I'm not sitting on the fence. I didn't have a worse
It's gone now. Has it gone closed down or knocked
closed
down?
down. Well, a lot of them have closed down.
Which area was it in?
Portsmouth.
And it was the worst.
No, it wasn't the worst at all. No, I had some good times in Martha's. Oops.
Oh, was it the shiniest?
No, I loved Martha's. That's where I really started DJing as a club DJ, really.
Right.
But yeah, no, Martha's was great. It's closed down now, as many clubs have and pubs, which is a shame. I was DJing Brompton's.
Brompton's, Brompton. Do you remember old Brompton's?
That's knocked down in Earls Court now.
Yeah.
And the Coleherne is now straight.
The Coleherne. Do you remember the Coleherne pub? Wasn't Mike had that? Didn't
Mike,
he
he did indeed, yeah.
Mike and
Ben.
Ben. That's it.
Yeah.
Ben. So hello, Mike and Ben. By the way, I know you regularly view. Well, I know Ben does. Going and viewing. So and we were talking about Mike and Ben just the other day. Talking about at Regina's funeral, wasn't we?
Yes, indeed.
Many years ago that was.
Yes.
Have you got any funny stories? Anything that's happened, when you've been DJing? Anything funny that's gone wrong and now you've recovered from it, or you've been talking? I don't say that you would, and the tracks run out, or.
Oh, I've had CDs skipping on me as well. I used to just skip along, basically.
Did you?
I was quite camp.
You wouldn't think he was quite camp. Look at him. He looks, quite butch, doesn't he?
Because I am.
Because he is. There you go.
But no, I don't really have any bad experiences from a DJing point of view. From a cabaret act, I used to get a little miffed occasionally when some of them used to get a bit above themselves.
Oh, right, because that was like one of the questions I was going to ask.
Sorry.
Who would you say have you the worst act you could work for? And I mean, who's quite unprofessional on stage?
Well, I've worked with many.
And they've been unprofessional, all of them?
No.
Right.
I've worked with many acts over the years. Like I say, some of them aren't with us anymore, unfortunately. Bless Phil Stour and Dockyard. But I think the possibly the worst one I worked with was, I can't name names, but I can give you a few clues.
Okay, give me a clue. Let's see if I can guess.
She's named after a food.
A food?
Yeah. It's
Right.
full of fat.
Full of fat?
Can often be quite tasteless.
Tasteless?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah. Yeah, I think have you got it from that? No, at all.
Well, I mean, the only...
Quite a bit of mince as well. Quite a bit of mince in there.
Right. The only sort of food that I think that's... What do you say? Full of fat.
Full of fat.
Tasteless.
Can be tasteless.
Can be tasteless, and is named after...
It's quite a bit of mince. Got a bit of mince in it.
It's that Lola lasagna. Is that the one?
That's the one.
Oh, well.
Yes. I didn't like working with her at all.
You didn't... What was it that she did? Breathe.
Yeah, and secondly, no, you got. I've worked with acts before, singers especially, who, if they want the track a little bit louder, they give it that.
Right. Yes.
If they want the microphone a little bit lower, they'll. Not Lola.
No. What did she do?
Any chance you can turn the track up a bit, love?
Oh, very unprofessional.
Yeah,
But,
and it made me look a bit of a twat.
Yeah.
And I
Because they try to blame the DJ
Indeed.
if things go wrong.
And that's what we are. We're DJs. We're not sound technicians.
That's right.
And we do our best, but very unprofessional to say that over the microphone. It just makes the DJ look silly.
Yeah.
And I took quite offence to that.
Rightly so as well.
Since I've only worked with them a couple of times, and yeah, not the best person to work with.
No.
And not funny. I didn't find him funny
Not
either.
funny.
No.
Not funny. Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Who would you say? Who you look forward to seeing? Because on the circuit, there's normally a 6 to 8 week cycle. That you're looking. The names go up on the board coming in February, March.
Yep.
And the names go up. And is there one in particular that you think, oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing them?
Yes.
Who?
Titi LaCamp.
Oh, Titi LaCamp.
I love Titi.
Is it that the fact that you liked her because you could smell her 2 weeks before she was due? Because those costumes, they got a life of their own, haven't they?
I don't know, but I do
You
like...
don't know? There's something wrong with your fucking nose? Could you not smell anything?
I do love titty.
I'm not saying that you don't. Did you smell the clothes or not?
No.
He's a fucking liar.
I was too busy feeding the birds.
Too busy feeding the birds, as we were nearly feeding the birds earlier, in an earlier episode when we went to the hill, where we saw Titty on the hill as well.
We did.
So, what made you decide to leave it all behind, your career, in the United Kingdom, and decide to come to Thailand? What drew you? Was that, by the way, are you a friend of Lady James?
I've heard of her,
Right.
but I've never met her.
Right.
And I'm not likely to meet her now because she's in fucking prison.
Well, apparently she's out.
Oh.
She's out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
I'm swearing.
you don't. That's okay.
Never,
You
I wouldn't know.
swear
I
on
wouldn't
this
know who
channel.
she was if I met her in a dark room at the age of 6.
You wouldn't. So what brought you here then?
See that pool?
Yeah, we can see.
Look
the
at that.
pool
And the weather.
and the weather.
No, I have friends out here who now live in Spain. I used to come here on holiday, and redundancies were coming about in the Navy, and I thought, I'll put in for redundancy. Did the maths, had this house built, and moved over here.
Beautiful.
And I love it. It's great. The weather's great. The people are great. My partner moved over from the Philippines.
His name's Francis, by the way, and he's absolutely gorgeous.
We met online, and he moved over. He's been over here just over a year now, and yeah, he loves it over here, and so do I. And it's great. There's nothing not to like. The weather's hot all year round. The pool.
And if they could see what we could see here in and outside the house, and maybe they wish we'll see him on another episode. But it is beautiful. And thank you so much for inviting me here.
You're
to this
welcome.
Lovely, lovely place you've got. Now, I'd like to sing a song, if possible.
I'd love you to sing a song.
Who would you like me to dedicate it to?
I'd like to dedicate a song that you're going to sing now to Rose Garden.
Rose Garden. Well, I'm going to go next door to the studio to do this. Thank you so much for being
You're
the guest here,
welcome.
and thank you for inviting me to your lovely house. Here we go.
Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much, Richard Taylor. And this song is for Rose Garden. You know why? Because, Rose, I have to tell you a little something, all right? This is a song that I've known for many, many, many years. And I should have sung this the first time I saw you. Rose, I'm so young and you're so old. This Rose Garden, I've been told. I don't care just what they say, 'cause forever I will stay. I will always be better than you, even your sunburn too. Oh, please, Rose Garden, you're shite. Oh, Rose, when you're on stage you sound like shite. If you get paid, well, you just might. Do you know what people say when you walk away? They say Rose does the hula hoop, and she's got one like a buckaroo. Oh, Rose Garden, everybody knows that you are shite. Oh, lovely. Lovely sunshine here, isn't it? Oh, Rose Garden, let me say, I don't care if you're on your way. You're going to Australia to see your friend. Uh-oh, uh-oh, don't go by Malaysian. Oh, you can feel the touch. And I've heard that you sell your crutch. Everybody knows what you say. You think you're the queen of the day. Oh, Rose Garden, you are shite. I'll squeeze you, baby, with all my might. Oh, Rose, why don't you just fuck off, Rose? 'Cause you're shite. Rose Garden is shite. Rose Garden is shite. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time on a new episode of CoCo Conya Television CCTV. Ta-da!